Execution, think I know the solution. Maybe that's what I do. I just put it in the music. Just out 'cause I'm on fire. I can give it power, but I think to get denied. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
So long to come home. Pictures and all back so I got powder what's up? First time we'll see. I never been to the thing before. I haven't been to the gym before, man.
Back now on EA Sports as we welcome you to Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. You haven't missed a thing as we're just about set for the opening kickoff. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And his first pass is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, that's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down Raiders, Carr to Waller.
We often hear the phrase short-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Try it again on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. A few issues here on the offensive line, apparently. He got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Throwing to start the drive. Richard. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
Going right side here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Richard. That is caught inside the 5. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick, stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to go to first plant foot. And it did.
From way up at the 23. Past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Hunter Renfrow was the man he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, this win is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
Playoff home.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot. But a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trusts the guy who's got the football in his hands, meaning if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 27. Looking to throw. Richard. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Oh, it hit the post. That's
just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a short kick taken up beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Brings
A
up
check on Jacobs from a week ago. 16 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to get ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
first down, Las Vegas.
On first down, Carr. His throw incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
To throw again, Carr. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Shotgun now for Carr. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still need it a little bit more. 4th down.
And there's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. After one, it's 9-0.
Raiders nothing.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. yards to pick up there.
I think we got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on first down, but they came right back on second down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage, but a first down.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Back to throw. Richard. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Nice job there utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it for the nice pickup.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll go down, but not before giving this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down. Richard. And his throw here is incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. And it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Richard. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. 16 yards of first down.
And that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I'm thinking the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On first down, Richard. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. What a great drive that was. Long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half trick, doesn't he?
Without a doubt. Go ahead and feel him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets us inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards that time.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10, Richard toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Richard, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
That story that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Gostkowski for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Just a 4-play play that time. It was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. In pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Henry runs and the Raiders set to go back to work. He's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season, but you read the local paper this morning. There was no talk of that mark. They interviewed him, and he wasn't talking about 1,000 yards. The old cliche focused on this game. If he has a big one, might be able to get the win and 1,000 yards.
Seems like he just wants to let it come to him, right, as opposed to trying to force it. That's probably the right idea, the right attitude. So, game situation, play calling will dictate things. Now, how does he get there once he tries to get hot? Formations, route running, trying to get mismatches for him, different types of routes he will run downfield, short, medium, long. All those things will come into play as he tries to get to that magical number.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Pick right there.
That's not the second time he's picked up a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Richard. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Richard. He'll fire deep for Rager. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
And that is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And the intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, and it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half.
It's now 4th down.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And that one closing in on halftime with the Cowboys out on top. Michael Gallup, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Baker Mayfield, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see there is the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Oh, a nice spin. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And you can see it's no race for the top spot. That's been decided. These guys will hope to get through Week 17 in one piece before they host a division round game in 2 weeks' time.
And I think that what they'll do is they'll be very selective about who plays in this game, all right? There's certain guys that maybe are starters, but maybe haven't played as much as other guys during the year. Maybe they still need their timing back. Other guys you're going to put in bubble wrap and put them on the sidelines and tell them we'll see you in 2 weeks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He continues to deliver 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the 1st half, and this one number 5.
1st and 10.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
Throwing on 1st down. Richard. And a scary incompletion. Almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a man holding down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still 40 yards between the two. Whatever the discussions were halftime, trying to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles are pouring it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get brilliant contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe that we're looking for a hat trick here as this one continues to go. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. They're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, past the 30. And now Derek Carr, he is the focus of our players' spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. A gain of 3, second down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
First down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. 3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. All right, time for us now to discuss Alshon Jeffrey. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's 3rd down now. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down and a gain of 11. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That was a couple of runs right there. Nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
34 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I'm excited to making this play. These throws.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st down, Richard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager with touchdown number 8 on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. Even though they've got this big advantage, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
I think what we're seeing is preparation, good practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. That time, a 6-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And a short kick taken about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and forever. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team has really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. They'll score now a 36-yard punt, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
It's going to be a runner. It's going to be a throw. Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Carr now on first down. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up second.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Operating from the gun. Carr throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's brought down.
O'Donnell, he's on the punt as he gets this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
He wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quiet, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
On 1st and 10, Richard caught by the tight end Ertz. Richard, 7 yards, the pickup there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and
they tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Finding his target, it's Ward. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
the 11-yard line.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
The 2nd down and 10 there, knocked down as it leaves the cornerback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Makes the score Eagles 31, Raiders nothing.
So it's 3 more points, and that brings this thing out even further here before.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Eagles have recovered.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Richard, and a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And he'll bang that one through. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll see this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just erase that. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Brandon Graham, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams.
Carr's been
of 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A gain of 10. And it's third down.
So from the Eagles fly, it's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. Defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, pop a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Eagles, the win will be their 12th now on the campaign. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn, Kane, you kill Abel. I'm at his leg trying to keep the people stable the way I feel. I might it all up for the way you feel. You might do it for the bug all day. I want to be a rebel after this. I might go and water down the double. Listen to everything around me. I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you. I finally starting to realize never give up and go inside. Can't watch TV. It's all a lot. Tired of trying. Go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer with media. Keep us blind. Your heart is not hard to find. Why these people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time. Infrastructure right. I don't got time. It's all to I'm talking about you, about to protecting the sons and daughters from political and slaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't get you. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Got some pay on my dues. They don't try to intrude. From the multitude, that be caught and accused. What you got different views? Just know you gon' pay the price. Best off the item you choose. Touching the culture, hit you with the ultra. I knew you was a vulture. Holy Ghost, get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, did now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered.
There were some incredible players this year. Tommy Matthews, for instance, had a spectacular season. But it's the other half of the Heartbreak Kids that really stood out, mainly because he didn't quite live up to his counterpart on the field. These two guys have been battling it out as frenemies since high school, and that rivalry doesn't seem to be dissipating anytime soon. Tommy clearly outclassed his friend in the early stages of their career, kind of like Peter Schrager and I, only in this case, I'm Tommy. But seriously, even though Tommy may have the upper hand at this stage, I wouldn't count out his other half just yet. We've seen what he's capable of as a game changer in the past. So, if he can keep growing as a player, I think this rivalry can even out, unlike the one Peter and I have.
After such a great end to the season, contract negotiations were quick and easy. I was just happy to be sticking around long term. After the deal was done, it was a moment to reflect on everything that had happened. The season had just ended, but I couldn't wait to put my pads back on.
Really found the Eagles to make a long-term money deal all year.
After that, your career was off and running.
season had just ended, but I couldn't wait to put my pads back on.
Now we head to the 2022 season. Turning from the season injuries too much for many players over time. As injuries force you sideline, you got to find yourself returning to form. He does it as one of the NFL best.
As players get into the later stages of their career, oftentimes it's an injury that leads to retirement.
After an injury like that, it takes some time to regain the strength to push the ball down the field.
That's a 66 overall. Dang, we're back damn. We're gonna play up here post-injury. After making the playoffs, the team is on the rise. They also get the help from the friendly base. The old star P-Rock will be able to return to form. I mean, Charles will come back, and Jeff has something back. I just heard the training clear you to return to the action. Glad you heard you worked your way back. How are you feeling? Think you gotta go this week? Hey Tommy, it's coming like the injury just came ahead him.
Alright, eyes up, eyes up. Take a look at what we got here. Let's remember what we're running here, okay? This means you go first and you go second. Does that make sense? Make sure you don't mess this up, alright? Can we please execute? The fact that I know we can get better. You guys have so much room to improve still. That is exciting. Let's go out here and next practice, let's improve.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain.
With the playoff game in just a few days, everyone was waiting to find out if I'd be returning this week or if I'd hold off and hope for a win so I could possibly return in a later round. It was without a doubt one of the toughest decisions in my career. With the playoff game in just a few days, everyone was waiting to find out if I'd be returning this week or if I'd hold off and hope for a win so I could possibly return in a later round. It was without a doubt one of the toughest decisions in my career.
Cousin play, but then I'm like, now I'm playing this playoff game. That's what the deal could have done.
I had no idea how the team would react on or off the field to my return. But deep down, I knew it was what I needed to do. Returning from an injury like this wasn't going to be easy, but I wanted to be aggressive and attack our opponent just like I attacked my rehab on the way back from this injury.
It's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. A hand will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team is coming in off of a win last week. They're really excited to keep playing because they are hot and ready to go.
Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Brings up 3rd down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down in distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think of, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
This is complete to Hawkins. His first catch in the divisional round goes for a first down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the left hash, it's an even 15-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Richard, and complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. What a good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, Charles, the big story today, obviously the courageous return to one of the league's best quarterbacks. When he was injured during an early season victory, the assumption was that he'd be out for the rest of the season. But we found out this week that this is not the case.
And you have to give him a lot of admiration and props for working his way back from what was thought to be a serious injury. And it's natural for him to want to be back out on the field. Remember, when he got hurt, this team was 4-0. I also think we have to question whether or not he should be out there, putting his body on the line. And from the franchise's perspective, they have to wonder whether it's worth having him out there if he's not 100%.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get to this complete to Jalen Reagor. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 37. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Packers 3, Eagles 0.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got it, the tight end Jeff Heuerman. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. A nice pass there. And Charles, how important do you think it is that the coaching staff helps him get in a good rhythm early on?
Partner, I think it's very important because not only has he been on a 3-month layoff, we still don't know how healthy he actually is and what his timing is going to be on the field. So getting him comfortable, getting him success early, that's a big part of this game plan and a big part of what this coaching staff has to do.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 18. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Richard. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down at the 5-yard line. Back to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13 play.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they have 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Well, to this point, I've been impressed with the allow a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
8 yards to go.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and blocked it free.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. From 3 yards out, and the Packers have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And That's a pretty good return here as we get this up to the 29. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Richard. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, 31 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window. Zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. At their own 33-yard line. Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out.
Yeah, this is the face the franchise I'm going when they... I'm an Eagles fan too.
Down is Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And 10. Here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, there'll be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front of the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. They'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Well, they find themselves trailing on the scoreboard, but it certainly hasn't been because of what they've been able to do at the receiver position.
And let's face it, partner, we've been around a lot of receivers. Has it ever been their fault when things aren't going well? We know how they operate, right? And right now what they're saying is, well, guess what? If we want to win, throw it to us even more. We're the ones making the plays.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good work after the catch, going to net them 23 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC Divisional Round game. And it's the New Orleans Saints who will march on as they were able to eliminate the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Take it in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays at that spot. 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Richards. This ball complete to Rager. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Rager. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Complete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Incomplete.
And with the be asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal, so instead... He's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 20 successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the gun, Richards. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 36, Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
I have to think a major focus of halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed. And this one, I mean, you know it's going to be slick. But be able to catch it and come down with it. What do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. It's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action.
I always say at the end of the day, for me, I'm always supposed to support you. You support me, I support you. Whenever you come back, if you come back to YouTube next month, I will just support you on every video that you drop. You know, if you go live, I'll be there too. Whatever it is.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 41 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan.
He said the fake Queen Bee account and those associated with it show up in other live streams I was in before arriving here. Oh! Is that the fake sis Queen Bee account? Yeah, because Queen Bee, I am subscribed to another channel that's called, that has the same name as yours, but it's an active account that goes live and stuff, so it's another one, the same name, but it's actually a channel that goes live too, got the same name, and she goes live all the time playing, live streaming video games and stuff like that. She's cool too. She got the same name as yours, but she's not like a troll account or anything. She's like an actual account she goes live on. And she's not like a fake account or nothing like that. She's not a fake account though. The channel host automatically bans the fake accounts. Yeah. And see my Nightbot right there. If you got a PlayStation 4 and you want to add me on PlayStation 4, there go the PSN right there. So you want to add me on there, you can.
All afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rodgers. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect...
I have words with the fake account like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Oh, you did? What was the fake account?
Pressure drops off as they look to throw. And that is incomplete. And that went off the mark. A little late with a throw. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right edge, this from 48. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, this was a clear day in September. I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Down the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
Because I don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta? Apologies.
Yeah, I want to fake counts in my stream and look like that.
Throwing on 1st down. Richard. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 39.
2nd down and 3. Operating from the gun. Richard. That'll be caught right with it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
On shoes and stuff, so you want to know what the latest shoes are. He does videos on that.
On 1st down, Richard caught by the tight end Ertz. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it gutsy tackle throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here. We're going a long way toward wrapping this one up. From the gun, Richard got him in. Oh, open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. I know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Extra point through the snowflakes, something good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Rodgers will break the huddle, bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 34.
From the shotgun, he'll throw.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
So
that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are. At this juncture of the playoffs, but with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. On 1st and 10, Richards. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
One of the advantages of some defenses I remember is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Off the play fake, Richards. Hauled in. That'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Eagles, 1st down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll fall here. And he finds his tight end, his Hurts. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Throwing on first down, Richard. That is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed after burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Looking to throw. Richard. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
No, 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, a beast in the red zone for his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Well, it'd be really easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it off is Carlson. And not much on this one. Takes it to the 21. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
So Aaron Rodgers in his offense, down by 12, less than 90 seconds to go. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10.
Be safe and well on this YouTube. The person who made the fake account, I hope you get what coming to you. Start with the fakeness, start with the copying, trying to use her name. So you know what, and you doing this because for whatever reason, and if you try to throw hatred towards my sis way, you'll get what's coming to you on this YouTube, and all that business. And I hope that everything goes bad for you because right now it ain't right. And I pray that, if you want to be faithful to our sister and me, that in the Lord's name, amen. Yeah, I had to turn the volume, I permit the game, that's what I do. Oh, you want to repeat again in my head? I'll repeat one more time, I'll be so bad at it. I gotta repeat it one more time. Good. Keep us in praise on my sister. That she's having a bad day. She has somebody on YouTube impersonating her. And I hope you can watch over her and make sure they will stop gotta know you have the power in hands to make sure that you can give it this person as a terrorist her life and everything that's around her. And I hope that you watch over her and make sure that it doesn't happen again. And all that good stuff and all the channels that are supporting this fake account. I hope that everything goes well. You use your power in good ways to take them away, and not to bother anymore. In Jesus' name, in Jesus' name, amen. See, I had to do that. Try to pray. This is gonna be kind of my church vibe going on. Church vibes going on.
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
23 yards on the play. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sign of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Caught by Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there. And that pick-6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. You have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, it would make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one
will 19. We going to the NFC, the championship game against the New Orleans Saints. Here we go.
No doubt about that. Now overall, an up and down performance, but he did enough for his team to get the win and advance to the next round. He and his team both have to have confidence and believe that he'll be better the next time out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
I use a dub, I'm a win, I won't lose with this.
After the game, I was even more sore than I expected I would be. I suppose that should have been a sign that the news I'd be getting from Coach wasn't great. The news was devastating, especially since I'd already worked so hard to come back from this injury once. But because I had to come back once, I knew that with a cautious approach, I could come back again. I don't think I've ever been as nervous for the regular season as I was when I returned from injury. Felt like a rookie again. Only this time I knew I had even more to prove. The thought of never stepping on an NFL field was all the motivation I needed to not only get back, but to be an even better leader than I had ever been.
Alright, we're gonna play this one right here. I'm to be the last game of the stream because I don't want my Wi-Fi controller thingy to die, so we're gonna just do this one right here. Check on the Dallas Towers. Wow.
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
And right away, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
A first down carry by Elliott, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
This to Jarwin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. Following the fumble recovery, Richard, he'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
1st and 10.
Plenty of excitement in this stadium and all throughout the league as we kick off another NFL season, and there's no shortage of storylines to keep an eye on across the NFL. But Charles, what has you most intrigued about this matchup we're about to see?
It's almost embarrassing to admit because it's essentially low-hanging fruit, but I'm as eager as everyone at home to see the return of one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He came back for one playoff game last year, but he admitted that might have been a premature return. Now with an entire offseason, training camp to prepare, he's ready to lead his team again.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And last time the turnover on the fumble. And they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Prescott now from the 50. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
They'll need a big play here with Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On 1st down, Richard. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, certainly they're hoping that he continues to pile up those completions. And, Charles, we heard him go on record and say during the offseason he kind of reevaluated his approach to the game. So with that being the case, what are you expecting to see from him this year?
One of the things you pointed out before we even got to this game was just how refreshingly honest he was about how the injury forced him to change the way he plays. I think that he knew that in order to be successful moving forward, he had to take film study a little more seriously, take care of his body a little bit better, and really get back to the basics of the game and focus on the mechanics. And I think that he's ready to roll now.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys, nothing.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. back to throw. Richard. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Rager catches it left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there and a first down.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Richard. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And Gold is able to put it through. And the lead moves to 10-0. Stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get through.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football.
Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So now it's time to speak up. Remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay. Here.
No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. First 25 yards that time.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Richard. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down to about the 6-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tap right here on this play.
This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Throwing right complete.
Prescott.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a terrific return there to finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11th. On 1st and 10, Richard toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step toward forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just 1 shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Throwing up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And the route is on here in this first half. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
A second down throw for Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That's a nice up and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down. Blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football. Forced a dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. A final shot before break. Richard. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, and it's the Giants who are out in front. Baker Mayfield has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And that one's at halftime with the visiting Lions out on top. The Lions looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And as you see, they are currently all tied with the visiting Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, goal routes, right? What's that line? What's that line? 4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. Throwing on first down. Richard. He's got Jake Butt, his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Back to throw. Richard. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Intended for Jake Butt.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there. First down.
First down, Dallas.
On first down, Elliott. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Draw play, Elliott. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Play brings up third down.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look. 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Now Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked him up by Avonte Maddox. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
39-yard line.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Richard. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Forced to the ground.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
25-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And this offense continues to pour it on. And man, Charles, talking about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. Man 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Prescott.
Prescott's pass intended for number 87.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
7 yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be taken at the 13. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
At their own 34-yard line.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. They're triggering, throwing it. They feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager there to make the grab. And the Eagles continue to roll. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you...
Robbie Gould lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould down to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
For 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Outright completes it to Jarwin. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, in the fourth quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver. Third down here. The Cowboys on third down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.